It is Friday, March 20th. Currently a warm 56 degrees. I'm going to enjoy a short hike up Mill Creek. One of the common themes I talk about often is not fully taking advantage of living here in Montana. I go on the occasional trip, but I don't spend as much time out here as I should. And this year I plan on changing that. Not just for myself, but for Renee and Tylee as well. So we've begun to invest in gear that's going to enhance these experiences. The main reason for this particular trip is I purchased some new shoes. I did a little bit of research and made the determination that the best shoe for what I'm doing is the Salomon Speedcross 6. While technically a trail running shoe, they offer features and benefits that I value while hiking a trail. They are incredibly light, waterproof, and offer aggressive trail lugs for increased grip on varied terrain. Personally, I've never been a fan of hiking boots. They're heavy, cumbersome, and it's difficult to connect with the ground beneath your feet. My solution to that in the past was the Vibram 5 Fingers, but extended time traversing this type of terrain in those made me realize I needed something a bit more rugged on longer excursions. So far, in the short distance I've walked this trail, these are shaping up to be exactly what I'm looking for. But enough about shoes. That's not the point. The point is investing in experiences and spending money where it adds value to my life. Coming up on the bridge here. Usually when the girls are with me, this is a turnaround point. It's about a mile up, very scenic spot, and great trees for hammocks. But today, we're gonna go a little further. And by no means am I saying that you need to spend money or buy specific gear to enjoy this experience. When Renee and I first moved up here in 2006, we were hiking these trails in Teva sandals. Use what you have. And to clarify, I am not sponsored. I pay for everything I talk about with my own money after doing my own research. Renee and I both work full-time retail jobs, and we're on a journey of learning how to budget so we can utilize that income and place it where it has most meaning for us. I have no affiliate connection to YouTube, nor am I monetized. This is a hobby of mine currently, something I enjoy doing, and I like to share the things that bring value to me with people that may be interested. A few years ago, I forfeited a lucrative career, and I did that in an effort to own more of my time. While I do at times have regrets, on the whole, I feel it was a worthwhile endeavor. I just want to stop real quick. Look at that massive cliff. Mill Creek is known for rock climbing. Not something I've ever really wanted to get into, but I can appreciate it. So to connect back with what I was talking about at the beginning of the video, I have reduced my income to gain more of my time, and I just want to ensure that I am honoring that sacrifice. To me, this is how I honor that time, by getting out here and filling it with purpose. You know, it has been years, probably even a decade, since I've hiked this far back on Mill Creek. I just realized that statement alone reinforces the fact that I need to do better at honoring my time. I need to free myself from all the distractions, all the noise, all the things that don't matter. I have completely forgotten how beautiful it is back here. You can see We're on the warmer tail end of winter, coming up on spring. What it comes down to is I have a desire to be more present. The problem is, I rarely act on that desire. At the end of the day, it's not about shoes or gear. It's about using the time I have to its full potential and recognizing I haven't been doing that. Time for me is a very valuable resource, and I need to be treating it as such. About 2.8 miles back, I've made it to the Selway Bitterroot Wilderness boundary. As I said, it's been a while since I've been back this far, and I believe at around 3 miles there's some cascades, and that'll be my turnaround point. Well, there's the snow I anticipated to find. Hard to believe there's hardly any back here considering the amount we got just last Friday. That's where the trail's supposed to go, right here. So I'm taking a detour across this log. Yep, that's where it goes underneath there. All that debris on that side. You never know what to expect when you're out on the trail. A bit more snow this far back. Alright, despite these being waterproof, that is some deep water. Can confirm, waterproof. Alright, that is the trail, and I think I'm pretty close. I'm gonna head up this way and go over the boulder field. Alright, this isn't as bad. And back on the trail, which is still covered with water. Yeah, at this point the trail is just a creek. Well, that part of the trail definitely tested the waterproof capability of the shoes, and my feet are dry despite the shoes being pretty muddy and wet. About 3 miles in, I think I'm pretty close, but this is too good of a spot to pass up. Look at that. There's a waterfall right up there. Let's press onward. There's a pile of rocks right up there. I want to see what's on the other side. The view is much better up here. Alright, this spot is great, and I was going to turn around here, but I can see the cascades through the trees, and based on the amount of snowfall we've gotten, looks like it's really raging. I'm going to try to find a logical way to get there and see if we can't get a closer look. Looks like I can shimmy down here. Down this way, relatively dry, and then just through those trees over there. Here we go. Those pine needles do not taste good. I have found the trail. I'll be honest, I didn't realize how close I was. If you don't know what a cairn is, it's a stack of stones like this. And that. And that. And their intended use isn't always just to stack stones. In the backcountry, it's to dictate where the trail is. But in the case of today, it's easy. Just follow the creek. Yeah, I can hear the Cascades roaring. We have arrived. I can't quite explain what draws me to these mountain trails, but I can say there is something both therapeutic and restorative about being in the presence of a waterfall. I seek these places out to enjoy moments of peace and reflection. Today I'm reflecting on the future and what actions I can take to make the most of it. I'm working on building a life around purpose, fulfillment, and the pursuit of gratitude. Time is perpetually moving forward, and while I can't slow it down, I can strive to be more present. That was impressive. This is what I'm talking about. Taking the time and the opportunity to come up here and enjoy this.